Hope, I'm going to say two sentences. Tell me which one sounds more natural.
Okay, I'm ready.
First sentence, I am going to the store to buy some milk.
That sounds really robotic and choppy.
Now listen to this. I'm going to the store to buy some milk.
Wow, that sounds completely natural and fluent.
The difference, chunking. And today I'm going to reveal the chunking secret that transforms broken English into fluent, natural speech.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Flow. I'm Hope, and this is Mark. And today we're about to change how you speak English forever.
Hope? Let me ask our listeners something crucial. When you speak English, do you think about each word separately? Do you translate word by word?
Most learners do that, right? They think, I want to go, word by word.
Exactly. And that's why they sound like robots instead of natural speakers. But native speakers don't think in individual words.
What do they do instead?
They think and speak in chunks, meaningful groups of words that flow together naturally. And today, we're going to teach you this native speaker secret.
But first, Mark, tell them about Lisa from Japan.
Lisa had perfect grammar, extensive vocabulary, and could write beautiful English essays. But when she spoke, everyone knew she wasn't a native speaker.
What was wrong with her English?
She spoke like this. I would like to make a reservation for dinners tonight. Every word was clear, but it sounded completely unnatural.
Like she was reading from a textbook.
Exactly. So I taught her the chunking secret. Just one simple change in how she grouped her words.
And what happened?
3 weeks later, an American colleague said to her, Lisa, your English sounds so natural now. Did you live in America? But I'll tell you exactly what Lisa learned at the end of this episode.
I can't wait to hear this. So, Mark, what exactly is chunking?
Hope. Chunking is how native speakers naturally organize language in their minds and speech.
Can you give me a simple example?
Sure. Instead of saying, how are you doing today? We say, how are you doing today? We group words that belong together.
So it's like creating natural word families?
Perfect way to put it. Your brain stops processing individual words and starts processing meaningful units of language. Chunking secret number 1, phrase boundaries. Native speakers don't pause between words randomly. They pause at natural phrase boundaries.
What do you mean by phrase boundaries?
Listen to this. I went to the store because I needed milk for my coffee.
I can hear the natural breaks. It's not, I went to the store because...
Exactly. Each chunk has its own meaning and rhythm. I went to the store is one thought unit.
But how do we know where to make these breaks?
That's the beautiful part. Well, your brain already knows. You just need to trust it and stop forcing word-by-word speech. Chunking secret number 2, common phrase patterns.
Mark, are there specific chunks that native speakers use all the time?
Absolutely. Let me give you some powerful examples. I'd like to... That's one chunk, not 4 separate words.
So instead of I would like to order...
You say, I'd like to hot order the chicken. The chunk I'd like to flows as one unit.
What are some other common chunks?
Let me think about it. It depends on. What I'm trying to say is, The thing is that these are ready-made chunks that natives use constantly. Chunking secret number 3, emotional and rhythmic flow. Hope chunking isn't just about grammar, it's about emotion and rhythm too.
How does emotion connect to chunking?
Listen to this. I can't believe you did that. The emotional emphasis creates natural chunks.
The surprise is in the first chunk, and the accusation is in the second.
Exactly. Native speakers chunk based on emotional meaning, not just grammatical rules.
So our feelings help create natural speech patterns?
Yes. When you're excited, angry, or surprised, your natural chunking changes. That's why emotional speech always sounds more fluent. Hope? What I'm about to reveal next is the most powerful chunking secret of all.
More powerful than natural phrase boundaries?
Much more. Because this secret explains why some people learn chunking in days while others struggle for years.
What's the difference between fast learners and slow learners?
Keep listening, because the answer will completely change your approach to English fluency. Chunking secret number 4, input-based learning. Hope, here's the shocking truth. You can't learn chunking by studying rules.
What do you mean? Don't we need to analyze phrase structures?
No. Chunking is absorbed through massive exposure to natural speech patterns. Your brain learns chunks unconsciously.
So it's like pattern recognition?
Exactly. When you hear "I'm going to" hundreds of times, your brain automatically chunks it together. You don't think about it. You just feel it's right.
But most textbooks teach us to analyze every word.
And that's why textbook English sounds so unnatural. Native speakers never learned chunking through analysis. They absorbed it through listening. Chunking secret number 5, muscle memory for speech.
Mark, I've noticed that when I speak chunks, it feels physically different in my mouth.
That's brilliant observation. Chunking creates muscle memory for speech patterns.
What do you mean by muscle memory?
Your mouth, tongue, and vocal cords learn to move in specific patterns for each chunk. How are you becomes one smooth movement, not 3 separate word movements.
So it's like learning to type. Eventually, your fingers know where to go without thinking.
Perfect analogy. Fluent speakers have trained their speech muscles to produce chunks automatically. Hope, now I'm going to show our listeners how to start chunking immediately, even if they've been learning word by word for years.
Is it possible to retrain your brain after years of wrong habits?
Not only possible, it's surprisingly fast when you use the right method. Let me show you the chunking transformation process. Step 1. Chunk recognition training. First, you need to hear natural chunks in native speech. Not analyze them, just notice them.
How do we practice this?
Listen to any native speaker conversation and tap your finger at natural pause points. Don't think, just feel where the breaks naturally occur.
So we're training our intuition, not our analytical mind?
Exactly! Your brain already knows natural speech patterns from your native language. We're just applying that knowledge to English. Step 2. Shadow chunking.
What's shadow chunking, Mark?
Instead of shadowing word by word, you shadow chunk by chunk. Listen, I don't know what to do about this situation.
So I would repeat, I don't know, as one unit, then what to do as another unit.
Perfect. Each chunk flows as one breath, one thought, one speech movement.
This feels so much more natural than saying, I don't know what to do.
Because you're finally speaking like a human instead of a dictionary. Step 3. Emotional chunking practice. Hope, here's an advanced technique. Practice chunking with different emotions.
How does that work?
Take the chunk "I can't believe it" and say it with surprise, anger, joy, and disappointment. Notice how the chunking changes slightly with each emotion.
The rhythm and emphasis shift with the feeling.
Exactly. This trains your brain to chunk naturally in real conversations where emotions guide your speech.
Mark, I've been waiting to hear what happened to Lisa. What was the exact change that made her sound like a native speaker?
Lisa learned to think in 3-word chunks first. Instead of individual words, she started with simple 3-word units.
Like what?
I don't know. Let me see. That sounds good. I'm not sure. She mastered 50 3-word chunks perfectly.
Just 50 chunks?
Just 50. But those 50 chunks covered 80% of her daily conversations. Suddenly she sounded fluent because she was using native patterns.
What was her breakthrough moment?
She called me excitedly and said, "Mark, I just ordered coffee without thinking about words." The chunks just flowed out naturally.
Her brain had learned to think in English patterns instead of translating patterns.
Exactly. She stopped being a word-by-word translator and became a chunk-by-chunk speaker.
Mark, what mistakes do people make when they first start learning chunking?
Hope, the biggest mistake will shock you because it's the opposite of what most teachers tell students.
What is it?
They try to chunk too perfectly. They analyze every chunk instead of letting it flow naturally.
So overthinking ruins the natural flow?
Exactly. Chunking works best when you trust your intuition and stop trying to be grammatically perfect. The anti-perfectionist approach. Hope, here's what I tell my students. Make chunking mistakes. Chunk incorrectly.
That sounds counterintuitive. Shouldn't we chunk correctly?
Native speakers chunk incorrectly all the time. They say, "Me and my friend went," instead of "my friend and I went." But it sounds perfectly natural.
So natural chunking is more important than perfect grammar?
Much more important. A grammatically perfect sentence with wrong chunking sounds robotic. A grammatically imperfect sentence with natural chunking sounds fluent.
Mark, what's the biggest mindset shift people need to make for successful chunking?
Stop being a word collector. Start being a phrase collector.
What does that mean practically?
Instead of learning the word beautiful, learn the chunks really beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So beautiful that...
So we're collecting ready-made phrases instead of individual building blocks?
Exactly. Native speakers don't construct sentences word by word. They combine pre-existing chunks in creative ways.
It's like having Lego blocks that are already partially built.
Brilliant analogy. Instead of individual Lego pieces, you have walls, windows, and doors ready to combine into houses. Practical chunking challenge. Hope, let's give our listeners a specific challenge they can start today.
I love practical challenges. What should they do?
For the next 7 days, collect 5 new chunks daily from natural English content. Movies, podcasts, conversations.
How should they practice these chunks?
Don't analyze them. Just repeat them until they flow naturally. Let your mouth learn the muscle memory.
What should they expect after 7 days?
After 35 chunks, they'll notice their English starting to flow more naturally. Their brain will begin thinking in chunk patterns instead of word patterns. But here's the key. Choose chunks that express your thoughts and feelings, not random textbook phrases.
This has been incredible, Mark. I feel like I want to re-chunk my entire English.
Hope, here's the beautiful truth. Native speakers learned English through chunking naturally as children. Now you can do the same as an adult.
So we're just activating our natural language learning ability?
Exactly. Your brain already knows how to chunk. You do it perfectly in your native language. We're just applying that skill to English.
If this episode transformed how you think about English fluency, smash that like button and subscribe to English Flow.
Leave a comment with your first English chunk that you'll practice this week. We love seeing your progress.
And share this episode with anyone who sounds robotic in English. You might just change their life.
Next episode, we're diving into advanced chunking techniques for emotional expression and cultural communication.
Until then, remember, stop learning words, start learning chunks. Your fluent future is waiting.
Think in chunks, speak like a native. Your transformation starts now.
Keep flowing with English.